Hello everyone, thank you for being here at our Fall 2021 EMS update. My name's Andrew Casey, I'm the Clinical Quality Manager for Ventura County EMS, and you'll hear my voice throughout the module today, walking you through some of your updates. First thing I want to check in on is this distributive format. Obviously this is the first time we've tried this approach. It comes from suggestions you guys have made in response to past EMS updates, as well as this being a relatively light lift in terms of policy updates this time around, so it feels like a good time to try something that may be a new communication tool for us to utilize. On that note of your feedback, we look at it closely. You guys have great ideas, great suggestions. We've had policy changes and things positively impact our EMS system that start from all corners of the system. So please continue to provide the great feedback you all provide. We do hear you, we look closely at it. Specifically, we've heard those ideas about the distributed format. Obviously, that's part of how we're here today. MICNs, I know sometimes you feel like EMS updates not perfectly tailored to your perspective. Completely understand that. Hopefully we have some step towards that direction today, but we will continue to move that direction and sort of tailor a portion of EMS update that is more, what does this mean for the MICN moving forward? We hear you, it's an effort we are making. What is EMS update? Some of your feedback last time around was indicated you were a little surprised to show up at EMS update and be getting pretty in-depth content review in terms of last time was capnography and some 1280 kg information. And I wanted to touch on that really quickly. I think the center of EMS update is policies. So if you come to EMS update thinking, oh, they're going to tell us what policies are updated, you're absolutely right. That is the center of what we're talking about here. But there's so much more that goes into a policy than the words that are on the paper. It's the knowledge that you bring into that policy. It's your interpretation of the patient that you're seeing and how you apply that, how you apply the policy to that. There are many different interpretations of the policy. EMS update is about policies. That's what's at the center of what we're talking about here. But you'll notice again that we do branch off into the concepts that surround those policies to make sure you're prepared to use them as best as possible. Before we jump right into our policy updates, let's talk a little bit about how this course will work. So to begin with, you'll notice on pages like this where there's a YouTube video embedded in the screen that, first of all, you'll need to hit play on the screen to get that video to start playing. And the page will not let you proceed until the length of time has passed that it takes to watch that video. So when this video is done, you should see on the bottom of your screen, you're able to advance onto the next page. That's one. Second is at the end of this course, when you click submit, you will be taken to a thank you page saying thank you for coming to EMS update, and you will see there a link you can click on to download your CE. Once you advance from this screen, you'll see a table of contents or a navigation page that walks you through the sections of our course, and the first is clinical highlights. These are, there's no video embedded in this section, it's just a PowerPoint style presentation of some of the key clinical highlights that we're pointing out to you. There's plenty of others that you can find in our all update section, so please have a look through that as well. But clinical highlights is where we'll start off, and they are the clinical policies that we're trying to point out to you specifically. Most of the time in this course today will be spent in the discussion, which is about trauma and hemorrhage. You'll hear from me there talking about some key concepts we found would be helpful to review as a system. You'll also hear from Dr. Duncan, the VCMC Trauma Medical Director, who's going to discuss massive transfusion protocol and how communication between EMS and the base hospital can help make sure that happens in a timely fashion. And then we'll close things out with a message from Dr. Shepard, who can recap the content here a little bit for you, maybe give you some key take-home points and a little perspective on where we're trying to go as a system. The last thing I'll point out is, as I mentioned, this isn't a super heavy lift in terms of policies, but we still do have a solid hour's worth of content. If you find that you're not able to complete this course in one go, as long as you're using the personalized link that was emailed to you, or any link that is specific to you, you can leave, use that same link to come back and start the course where you left off. So if you need to do that, that is an option available to you.